Alright guys, and welcome back. Right, first off, I hope you all had a lovely Christmas. This was filmed a couple of weeks ago, so we're not quite there yet for me. But when you guys see this, it should be Boxing Day. Fingers crossed. Right, so in this video, I'm going to start mopping this car and making the paint as good as I possibly can. So to do that, I'm going to be using these products. So I'm going to talk you through them now. So we've got a selection of sanding pads. Now these are DA pads. We range from 1,000 grit to 3,000 grit. Some of them are foam back, some of them aren't. We've got 6 inches and 3 inches. But the smaller ones will be better for the little tight areas. We've also got 3 different grades of polishing pad. These are for the mop. So we've got a fairly coarse one, we've got a mediocre one, and we've got a soft one. We've got some soapy water and some quick detailer in the spray bottles. And then we've got a fast cut compound, a G10, which is a finishing compound, and a real fine anti-swirl compound. And we've also got some 3-inch pads. So because of the way the vehicle's parked, I'm going to start with this wing. Now, I'm hoping you can see this, but there's several imperfections in the paint. There's a few little fish eyes, a few little bits of dust, things like that. Nothing serious, but a lot of that should come out with the sanding process. So on this wing, I think I'm going to start with 1,500 grit. I don't want to start with 1,000 just in case. But yeah, there's a few little bits like that what I want to get rid of. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go over the panel with some quick detailer. Now I did wash this the other day, however there's a little bit of dust from being sat in here. So this will just kind of help me remove a lot of the crap. So I'm putting quite a lot on. And I'm going to use a microfiber just to wipe it off. Right, I'm now going to use some 1,500 Trizact 3M pads and some soapy water. This is warm soapy water. Start taking the top off. I'm going to concentrate on the bits which are known to be bad, so the little imperfections. Now this is obviously a fairly curved panel, and these aren't foam back, so I'm just going to do it by hand. I'm not going to use a DA because I don't want to risk going through. When I get to say 3,000 or 2,000, I'll use the foam pad ones on the DA. But at the minute, I'm just taking the top bits off. Right, so I've gone over the whole thing with some 1,500, so I'm going to give it a quick wipe off. See what she looks like. So if you look around here, you can see the little bits I'm on about. These are the bits I'm taking the tops off. I still need to go a little bit more yet, but we're going in the right direction at least. So I've moved on to 2,000 3M pads. These are foam ones. They just flow the contours a lot better, the foam ones. Right, we're now going to finish with the 3,000 3M Trizact pads. So I think we're done. I'm going to give it a quick wipe off, check it once again. I think that'll be good enough to polish for today. I don't like to take too much paint off in the first instance because, 5 years down the line, I might want to try and make it look a bit better. And I want some material to work with still. If I go too thin today, and I've got no scope for the future. And there we go. As you can see, the whole thing's really matte. It looks pretty good, feels pretty smooth too. There's still a few little imperfections, but it's not bad at all. Right, so I've masked the edge of the paintwork up. Now I've done this, so if I catch, for example, the edge of this bonnet here with the mop, it obviously won't burn through quite as easily. So I've also just washed these mop heads in some warm soapy water, and then I've spun them outside. So the centrifugal force has pulled a lot of the water out, because you don't want water everywhere. Makes a mess. So now I'm basically using the coarse mop and some fast cut 3M cutting compound, and we'll see what we can do. Right, so that is the G3, or should I say the 3M fast cutting compound, whatever you want to call it. Now we're going to go on to the finishing compound. And now finally, we are using the anti-hologram compound. This isn't really required, but it just kind of finishes it off. If I was doing a black car, like my Porsche for example, I'd definitely recommend this, because being a very high metallic gloss paint, it shows every little imperfection, and this just gets all them little final little scratches out. Now I think that has come up pretty damn good. Now just remember, I painted this outside in the garden. This is an Aston Martin that I painted in my garden. So to get a finish like that, I am pretty damn chuffed. Right, what I'm going to do now, off camera, I'm going to do the bumper of the other wing, because I don't think you really need to see it all. Same process. Next time you see this car, it's going to hopefully look brand new again. Right guys, as promised, it's all polished and looking really, really good. Now I will say, when I sat in the garage buffing it, I was thinking, I am sat in my garage at home, buffing my dream car, sat next to my other dream car. Now, I grew up in, I wouldn't say poverty, but I come from a fairly poor background. And this has all been achieved through dreams alone, basically. I've worked hard, I've had a goal in mind, and I've saved and I've worked and saved and worked and put other things on hold essentially. But I've got my dream car now and I'm dead chuffed. And like I said, what a beautiful thing to say. I can sit in my garage now and polish my dream car. So I'm going to wrap the video up here. I think in the next video we're going to detail the interior, fit the fog lights, fit all the other little bits of trim. But I think you'll agree it looks pretty good for a home paint job, home salvage repair. I've not done a bad job really overall. I hope you've had a good year. It's been a great year for myself. Channel's grown loads. Really, really happy with it. Cannot complain. So Merry Christmas, or what's left of it. And I will see you next year, guys. Bye-bye.